At some point in every trader's journey, there's one decision that quietly determines everything. Not your strategy, not your entries, not your indicators. It's how you choose to trade. Scalping or swing trading. Most traders don't consciously choose this, they drift into it, and that's why they stay inconsistent, overtrading one week, hesitating the next, never fully aligned with the way the market moves or the way their mind handles pressure. In this video, I'll show you why picking the wrong trading style silently sabotages discipline, why copying someone else's time frame doesn't work, and how consistent traders match their style to their behavior, not their ego. By the end of this, you'll know exactly where you belong and why that single decision changes everything. Here's what nobody tells you when you start trading. Scalping and swing trading aren't just different strategies. They're different psychological games, different lifestyles, different skill sets, different personalities. And most traders are playing the wrong game for who they actually are. You see someone making money scalping ES futures, taking 20 trades a day, in and out, quick profits. Looks exciting. So you try it, and you're exhausted after 3 hours. Your brain can't keep up with the speed. You miss entries, you hesitate on exits, you feel like you're always behind. Or you see someone posting swing trades. One trade, held for a week, massive profit, looks easy, looks stress-free. So you try it, and you can't sit still. You exit winners after 4 hours because the waiting kills you. You check your position 50 times a day. You can't handle the overnight risk. Neither style's wrong, but one of them is wrong for you. And until you figure out which one, you'll keep struggling. Not because you're bad at trading, because you're trying to force yourself into a style that doesn't match how you're wired. Let's be brutally honest about what scalping actually demands from you. Not what it looks like on YouTube, what it actually requires. Scalping demands sustained concentration for hours. You can't zone out. You can't check your phone. You can't have a conversation. You're watching every tick, every level, every momentum shift. One moment of distraction and you miss your entry, or worse, you miss your exit and a small winner becomes a loser. Your brain burns through energy incredibly fast when you're scalping. Decision after decision after decision. Entry, size, management, exit, repeat, 30 times, 50 times, sometimes more. By hour 3, most people's decision-making quality drops off a cliff, but the market doesn't care that you're tired. Scalping demands emotional reset speed. You just took a loss. You have 30 seconds to process it, let it go, and be ready for the next setup. No time to dwell, no time to revenge trade, no time to feel sorry for yourself. Loss, reset, next trade. That's the rhythm. If you can't do that, scalping will destroy you. Scalping demands you show up every day, consistently. You can't scalp 3 times a week and build real edge. You need volume, you need repetition. You need to be there, sharp and focused, session after session. That's not a personality flaw if you can't do that. That's just not who you are, and trying to force it is why you're inconsistent. Now let's talk about what swing trading actually demands, because it's not easier, it's just different. Swing trading demands patience, real patience, not the kind where you wait 5 minutes, the kind where you place a trade on Monday and don't touch it until Thursday, where you watch it go up, then down, then sideways, and you do nothing because your plan says hold. Most people can't do this. They think they can, but when they're actually in the trade, watching it move, they crack. They exit too early, they move their stop, they interfere because sitting still feels wrong, feels lazy, feels like they're not really trading. Swing trading demands comfort with uncertainty. You're holding positions overnight, maybe over weekends. You don't know what news might drop, what gap might happen, what'll change while you're asleep. That uncertainty eats some people alive. They can't rest, can't relax, can't enjoy anything because they're always thinking about their open positions. Swing trading demands fewer opportunities. You might only take 2 or 3 trades a week. Some weeks, maybe 1. Some weeks, none. If you're someone who needs action, who needs to feel productive, who needs to be doing something, swing trading will frustrate you to the point of sabotage. Swing trading demands conviction. You're not in and out in 5 minutes. You're committed. And when the trade goes against you temporarily, which it will, you need to trust your analysis enough to hold through discomfort. If you second-guess yourself constantly, swing trading becomes torture.
And here's what destroys most swing traders: the waiting. You spend hours analyzing, finding the perfect setup, planning your trade. Then you place it, and now you wait. All that preparation for a trade that you barely interact with. If you're wired for action, that feels wrong. So you start taking trades that aren't quite right, just to have something to do. Again, not a flaw, just a mismatch between who you are and what you're trying to do.
Now, here's the problem. Most traders never consciously choose between these styles. They just start trading and whatever they stumble into becomes their default. They watch a scalper on YouTube and try scalping. It doesn't work, so they try swing trading. That doesn't work either, so they go back to scalping but with longer holds. Now they're doing some weird hybrid that's neither scalping nor swing trading. They're inconsistent because they don't have a clear identity as a trader. Or they scalp because it feels like real trading, fast-paced, active, lots of trades, but they hate it. They're stressed all the time. They're exhausted, but they keep doing it because they think that's what traders do. Or they swing trade because someone told them it's smarter or more professional, but they can't sit still. They're checking positions constantly. They're exiting way too early. They're violating every rule, but they keep trying to force it because they think scalping is for amateurs. The traders who become consistent, they make a conscious choice. They assess who they actually are, how they actually think, what they actually need from trading, and they choose the style that matches. Not the style that sounds cool, not the style their favorite trader uses, the style that fits their psychology, their schedule, their personality, their life. Let me give you a simple test. This will tell you more about where you belong than any strategy ever will. Question 1. You place a trade. It immediately goes against you by half your stop distance. What do you feel? If your answer is panic, stress, I want to exit immediately, I start questioning everything, you might not be built for swing trading. Swing trades sit through larger drawdowns. If small movements against you cause panic, you'll never hold long enough to catch the real moves. If your answer is nothing much, it's just noise, my stop is my stop, I'll deal with it if it gets there, you might be built for swing trading. Question 2. You're in a winning trade. It's up 1R. Do you feel massive pressure to close it and lock in the profit? That's scalper psychology. Feel comfortable letting it run to your target? That's swing trader psychology. Question 3. It's been 3 days since your last trade. Your setup hasn't appeared. How do you feel? Restless? Bored? Like you should be doing something? That's scalper psychology. Fine? Patient? Waiting is part of the process. That's swing trading psychology. Question 4. How do you feel about holding positions overnight or over weekends? Extremely uncomfortable? Can't sleep? Need to be flat before close? That's scalper. Totally fine. It's just part of the trade. That's swing trader. Question 5. You have 2 hours to trade today. Would you rather take multiple quick trades trying to scalp small moves? That's scalper. Analyze the market and maybe place one good swing trade? That's swing trader. Your honest answers to these questions matter more than your strategy, because if you're trying to swing trade but you answered like a scalper, you're going to keep struggling. Not because swing trading is bad, because it's wrong for you. Here's another dimension nobody considers. Your actual life. Not the life you wish you had, the one you actually have. You have a full-time job. You can only trade for 1 hour in the morning. What are you doing trying to scalp? Scalping needs sustained presence. It needs you there, watching, managing, taking multiple trades. 1 hour isn't enough time to build meaningful edge as a scalper. You need to be swing trading, finding setups in that hour, placing the trade, managing it on your phone throughout the day. Or you're at home full-time. You have 8 hours available. What are you doing taking 2 swing trades a week? You have the time and attention to scalp. You have the ability to put in volume. You're choosing a style that underutilizes your biggest advantage, availability. Or you have young kids. Your attention is fragmented. You can't sit and focus for 4 hours straight. Stop trying to scalp. Your life doesn't support it right now. Swing trade. Place your trades during nap time. Check them when you can. Your life is telling you which style fits. The traders who become consistent align their trading style with their actual life circumstances. The traders who stay stuck keep trying to force a style that their life situation doesn't support. Let me tell you about a trader I'll call Marcus. Smart guy, good analysis, been trading for 3 years, absolutely stuck. He was swing trading, taking 2 or 3 trades a week, holding for several days, and he was miserable. He'd place a trade and immediately start second-guessing. He'd check it 40 times a day. He'd exit winners way too early, he'd move his stops, he'd close trades at break-even out of stress. His results? Barely break even over 3 years. Not because his analysis was bad, because he couldn't execute swing trades properly. His psychology didn't match the style. I watched him talk about it in a Discord. He was frustrated, thought he was just undisciplined, thought he needed to fix himself, needed to be more patient, needed to be more stoic. Someone finally asked him, "Do you actually enjoy swing trading, or do you do it because you think you should?" The question broke something open. He admitted he hated waiting, hated holding overnight, hated the slowness. But he thought swing trading was more professional, thought scalping was for beginners. He switched to scalping, started taking 10, 15 trades a day on the 5-minute chart. Suddenly, everything changed. He could execute, he could follow his rules, he was comfortable. The style matched how his brain actually worked. 6 months later, his account was up 40%. Not because he got better at trading, because he stopped fighting his own psychology. Now let me tell you about Jessica. She tried scalping for a year. Everyone in her trading group was scalping. It was the thing to do, fast-paced, exciting, active. She hated every second of it. The speed stressed her out, the constant decision-making exhausted her. She'd start strong and completely fall apart by hour 2. She'd take revenge trades, she'd freeze on entries. She was losing money and losing her mind. One day, she just stopped. Decided to try swing trading even though she thought it seemed boring. Started taking 1 or 2 trades a week, holding for days, barely looking at her charts between entry and exit. And she thrived. The slower pace let her think. The fewer trades let her be selective. The waiting didn't bother her because she wasn't wired for constant action. She could hold through drawdowns without panic because she trusted her analysis. Within a year, she was consistently profitable. Same market, same person, different style. Everything changed. The pattern is clear. Traders who match their style to their psychology succeed. Traders who fight their psychology struggle forever. Here's where a lot of traders get stuck. They try to do both. They scalp sometimes. They swing trade sometimes. They think they're being flexible. They're actually just being inconsistent. There's a concept in psychology called context switching. Every time you switch between different modes of thinking, there's a cognitive cost. Your brain has to recalibrate, reload different rules, operate under different parameters. When you scalp on Monday and swing trade on Wednesday, you're context switching. And that switching creates inconsistency. You exit your swing trade too early because you're still in scalper mode. You hold your scalp trade too long because you're thinking like a swing trader. The most consistent traders I know pick one style and master it. They're not rigid, they can adapt within their style, but they're not constantly bouncing between fundamentally different approaches. You want to be consistent? Pick one, commit, master it. Stop trying to be everything. Let's talk about why traders choose the wrong style. And it's usually ego. Scalping feels active, feels professional, feels like you're really trading. Taking 30 trades a day sounds impressive, sounds skilled, sounds like you know what you're doing. Swing trading feels lazy to some people. 2 trades a week? That's barely trading. Anyone can do that. Where's the skill? So, traders choose scalping because it looks impressive, not because it fits them, because it sounds good when they tell people about it. Or it goes the other way. Swing trading sounds sophisticated, long-term thinking, patient, strategic, like what Warren Buffett would do if he day traded. Scalping sounds degenerate, sounds like gambling, sounds unsophisticated. So traders force themselves into swing trading because it sounds smarter, not because it matches their psychology, because it sounds like what serious traders do.
Both of these are ego-driven decisions, and ego-driven decisions lead to inconsistency. The consistent traders I know don't care how it sounds. They care what works for them. If scalping fits their psychology, they scalp. If swing trading fits, they swing trade. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're trying to make money and sustain their mental health.
Here's the question that actually matters. Which style can you execute with the least amount of willpower? Not which style sounds cooler, not which style your favorite trader uses. Which style feels natural enough that you can follow your rules without constantly battling yourself? If holding a trade overnight doesn't bother you, if waiting days for a setup feels fine, if you can sit through drawdowns without panic, swing trading might be your path. If sitting still feels impossible, if you need regular feedback, if you thrive on quick decisions and rapid execution, scalping might be your path. Neither is better, neither is worse. They're just different, and one of them matches who you actually are. The traders who figure this out early build consistency fast. The traders who keep trying to force the wrong style, they stay stuck for years, blaming their discipline, blaming their strategy, blaming the market, never realizing the problem is the fundamental mismatch between who they are and how they're trying to trade. Let me give you a practical framework for making this decision. Stop guessing, stop drifting, actually assess yourself honestly. Energy and focus. Can you maintain high concentration for 3 to 4 hours straight? Consider scalping. Do you focus best in short bursts with breaks? Consider swing trading. Emotional reset speed. Can you take a loss and be emotionally ready for the next trade in 60 seconds? Consider scalping. Do you need time to process losses before moving on? Consider swing trading. Patience level. Does waiting feel productive, or does it feel like wasting time? If waiting feels fine, consider swing trading. If waiting feels wrong, consider scalping. Risk comfort. Are you comfortable with overnight or weekend risk? Consider swing trading. Do you need to be flat at the end of each day? Consider scalping. Schedule. Do you have consistent, extended blocks of time? Consider scalping. Do you have fragmented time or limited windows? Consider swing trading. Action needs. Do you need to feel active and engaged? Consider scalping. Are you comfortable with periods of inactivity? Consider swing trading. Decision fatigue. Do you handle dozens of decisions per day well? Consider scalping. Do you prefer fewer, higher quality decisions? Consider swing trading. Answer these honestly, not how you wish you were, how you actually are, right now, today. The answers will tell you where you belong. Here's what you need to hear. It's okay if you're a scalper. It's okay if you're a swing trader. It's okay if the style that fits you isn't the style that sounds impressive or looks good on social media. You don't need to apologize for scalping. You don't need to feel like swing trading is lazy. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to trade in a way that you can sustain, that you can execute consistently, that doesn't destroy your mental health or your relationships. I've seen scalpers build 6-figure accounts. I've seen swing traders build 6-figure accounts. The style didn't determine success. The alignment between style and personality determines success. Stop trying to be someone you're not. Stop forcing yourself into a mold that doesn't fit. Choose the style that actually matches who you are, and then master it. If you're realizing right now that you've been trading the wrong style, here's what to expect. The transition will feel weird at first. If you're switching from scalping to swing trading, the slowness will feel wrong at first. You'll want to interfere. You'll want to take more trades. You'll feel like you're not doing enough. Push through. Your psychology will adjust. If you're switching from swing trading to scalping, the speed will feel overwhelming at first.
You'll miss setups, you'll hesitate, you'll feel behind. That's normal. Your pattern recognition will speed up. Give yourself at least a month to adapt. Don't judge your new style based on the first week. Your brain needs time to recalibrate. Your instincts need time to adjust.
But if after a month the new style feels even worse than the old one, that's information. Maybe you were right the first time. Maybe you need a different approach entirely. The point is to experiment until you find what actually fits. Once you figure out your style, commit to it fully. Not halfway. Not, I'll mostly swing trade but also scalp sometimes. All in. Master one approach. Learn every nuance, develop every skill, build every instinct, become exceptional at one thing instead of mediocre at two things. The scalper who fully commits learns to read tape better than anyone, learns to manage 40 trades a day without breaking a sweat, develops pattern recognition that borders on supernatural. The swing trader who fully commits learns to read market structure better than anyone, learns to hold through noise that would shake out everyone else, develops conviction that most traders never find. Commitment creates mastery. Mastery creates consistency. Consistency creates wealth. But you can't commit to both. You have to choose. And that choice, that one decision about how you're going to trade, determines everything that follows. Here's the final truth. Consistent traders aren't more disciplined than you. They're not smarter. They're not more talented. They're just aligned. Their trading style matches their psychology. Their schedule supports their approach. Their life circumstances fit their chosen method. There's no internal friction, no constant battle between who they are and what they're trying to do. That alignment creates effortless consistency, not because it's easy, because it's natural. You trying to scalp when you're built for swing trading, that's like trying to sprint a marathon. You can force it for a while, but you'll never be consistent. You'll never thrive. You're fighting yourself every step of the way. You trying to swing trade when you're built for scalping. That's like trying to sit still when your brain needs movement. You can white-knuckle it for a bit, but eventually you'll crack. You'll violate rules. You'll sabotage yourself because you're suppressing your natural wiring. Find the style that fits. Stop fighting yourself. Start working with who you actually are. That's the decision that separates consistent traders from stuck ones. Not a better strategy, not more discipline, just alignment. Just choosing the path that matches the person walking it. Make that decision consciously. Make it honestly. Make it based on who you are, not who you think you should be. Everything else follows from there.